Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for coming out to this clinic today. I'm very excited for the special clinician that we have. First of all, my name is Chrissy Miller, and I'm the Director of Programming for the New Orleans Jazz Orchestra. And I remember sitting in class and being in jazz combo this time last year, so I'm very excited to be in here. Just last spring, we had the privilege of taking the New Orleans Jazz Orchestra to Russia, kind of in a whirlwind of events that came together very quickly early in the spring. But TV Kultura in Russia, which is their culture channel, kind of similar to like a TLC Discovery type channel, contacted the orchestra and said that they needed a house band for their upcoming jazz competition show, which was called Bolshoi Jazz, Great Jazz, Big Jazz in English. And basically it was kind of a American Idol meets Russian jazz competition, televised across the country, and they brought in different instrumentalists and vocalists from around Russia to compete, and we're very glad. It was a 8-episode show that had some tremendous talent, all are around our age, in their 20s, and we're very excited today to have Dmitry Mospan here, who was actually the winner of that competition. So without further ado, tenor saxophone player, phenomenal person, just an all-around great guy. He's been to America before, done some things with Winton and Dee Dee Bridgewater, and we're just glad to have him here. So without further ado, Dmitry.
Thank you, Chrissy. Hello, everyone. We just play.
Dmitry writes the hardest music ever. Stephen Gordon, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, say something to them, say something to them. Yeah. They understand you, they understand you personally. Translate it.
Excuse me for my English.
Sounds great.
So nothing. Мы сейчас сыграли оригинальную композицию «Awakening», «Пробуждение».
Yeah. Well, it's actually was his original composition, Awakening.
Она, кстати говоря, она записана на моем дебютном альбоме в Нью-Йорке с выдающимися музыкантами Дмитрий Гонзалес, Райан Грин, Джеральд Кеннон.
Well, the composition was wrote in New Orleans in one of the records with all the musicians he placed together.
Это было в 2012 году.
In 2012. So he's very proud of it.
It's a really good record too.
Yeah, it's a good original record.
It's really good. Benito.
Я имею диски с собой, если
Oh, also yes, of course. Yeah, anybody want to purchase his CDs, it's here. It's his white capital.
It's double price for students, no problem.
It's only $15. You got together. It's a really good. It's
special price.
It is a special price.
What are you doing? Are you doing that?
Сейчас мы хотели бы сыграть композицию Джорджа Гершвина. Джордж Гершвин став Summer Time.
Summertime?
It's my arrangement of 5.
Sam, do you have don't you have 2 copies of Summertime?
Okay. Ready? dance. It's also original composition, coincidence. It's just rhythm changes.
Didn't look just like anything.
Oh, you play bridge.
I can do that. I can do that.
Awesome. Awesome. A+.
if you could talk to me. Yeah, y'all have any questions for Dmitry? Victor has a question. What you got?
Yeah, what's the jazz scene like where you're from? How did you learn to play like this?
Какие впечатления? Ну, можно перевести то, что я начал в 14 лет работать в профессиональном биг-бенде, оркестре Олега Мосpana. Very famous.
Yeah, it's orchestra called Big Band, and until it's
Олег Лundström.
Oleg Lundström, and he started to play, and he's 14 years old with him as already professional, and he basically self-taught. So after he graduated from music school, he sang all what he got now, and just his working experience. That's all.
He already had the saxophone masters before he had one.
Можно еще рассказать то, что я стал слушать джазовую музыку в возрасте 7 лет изначально. И первые мои герои были Чарли Паркер, Кэрол Уэджер, Джон Колтрейн, Санни Роллинс, Уэйн Смит.
So whatever he said, all the names was his heroes. In 7 years old, he started listening to jazz and just absorb all of that. Yeah.
Потому что мой дядя, my uncle Dennis, he's тоже saxophone player.
So it's actually one in family. His uncle as well, saxophone player and quite famous in Russia too.
Yeah, but he beat him in the beat his own uncle.
Better generation.
That was your uncle who played in the contest?
Yeah.
was.
Oh, really?
Sounds like family competition also.
Ouch.
Yeah, he beat him. He beat him.
Well, it's only one genius in family.
He's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he definitely is a personal teacher. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a question. Russia being a communist country, how hard was it?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
How hard was it for him to obtain information or to have the freedom to play jazz? So he
Да,
approached it.
были какие-нибудь проблемы с коммунистического времени классической музыки?
Да, это был запрещенный жанр в то время.
Well, we're talking about like 1930s, 50s, 60s, when actually Dmitry wasn't there yet. So that was a problem for Russia to play all the genres music have been forbidden. I a little bit remember that, I'm a little bit older, but however, Dmitry is only 30 years old, so for the last 30 years Russia became really open to everything, and since like 1993 it was opened abroad, you can travel around, and you know, inside as Russia the jazz become very welcome, but yet rare, of course. So we do have some musicians. Какие у нас старые музыканты в России?
Вот один из самых известных трубачей, трубачей, Валерий Пономарев, он приехал впервые в Нью-Йорк 30 лет назад и играл Jazz Messengers art-блоки.
So he's saying like Valery Ponomarev, who is trumpet player, was in New York 30 years ago already and played the jazz with
Art-блоки Jazz Messengers.
So, and so I don't think it was kind of a problem for him. For Russia, yeah,
The next generation, yeah.
Right.
So
This
would you expect a
generation.
new wave of young Russian musicians?
Да, как они сейчас, молодые музыканты, они принимают этот джаз, да? То есть все это принимается или как сейчас?
Да, очень сейчас такое вот сильное такое течение новых молодых музыкантов. Они знают практически все о джазе.
Yeah, they say, well, the new generation in Russia, they're crazy about jazz, and before they start playing, they already know everything about history and style of jazz. Yes, it's really come very booming in Russia.
the judge that, the main judge for the Bolshoi Jazz Show was from that generation where he had to like duck the KGB to go find jazz. And this cat was like, I mean, he can play every instrument. And one time Duke Ellington was playing like for some embassy, and he like had to duck the KGB, snuck into this place. Some bass player like didn't know the tune, so he got to play bass, and then he moved around to vibraphone, and then he moved to trumpet. So he played every instrument around, and Duke was all like, "Man, you're killing," blah blah blah. But like he was amazing, virtuoso player that was like literally underground playing, you know. And that was like the main judge for the competition. So it was really interesting. You know, he had a really interesting life.
You mean
what's his name?
David Galashvili?
Yeah.
In my own perception, coming from Russia, I think everything is really coming up, and Putin cannot stop that.
Я еще хочу сказать теплые слова в адрес Игоря Бутмана. Это человек, который действительно навел мосты такие реальные с Америкой. Вот, я рассказывал, что несколько дней назад ему вручал премию Билл Клинтон в Вашингтоне за вклад со стороны России в отношения международные и за вклад в джазовую культуру.
Well, he's talking about Igor Butman, who is a very famous jazz player in Russia, who actually even Bill Clinton was appreciated to him for build the bridges between Russia and United States to get going the community and jazz playing between two countries and get together. So it was actually a big award.
Он имеет очень хороший фестиваль «Триумф джаза» в Москве, и каждый год, то есть начиная с 2001 года или с 2000-го, каждый год приезжают такие музыканты, как приезжал Элвин Джонс, Маккой Тайнер.
So those musicians come to Russia because of Igor Butman, who actually organized all the festivals and invited all the whatever honored guests since 2000.
He has a partnership with Wynton Marsalis and the Lincoln Center.
А я работаю уже около 14 лет в оркестре.
For last 14 years he plays in his orchestra. Again, it's Igor Butman.
И у нас была совместная акция с оркестром Вентона Марсалиса. Мы приезжали в 2003 году в Нью-Йорк, и там были концерты, выступления Russian Nights с двумя оркестрами совместно.
So in 2003, Igor Butman brought the orchestra to New York, where Whitney Marsalis was actually involved as well. So the two main orchestra was playing in Russia. In New York and Russian in New York orchestra altogether. It was a huge deal for them.
Any other questions? I'm going to wrap it up.
You're not going to play compassion like such a no?
Huh?
Oh.
No. Just you can close it out. You got it already prepared.
Oh.
Closing statement.
Well, if there's no other questions, we wanted to just thank you guys so much for coming, and just another round of applause for Dmitry.